One question I get asked often is if I regret my decision, and I'm newly married, and so this question has come up a lot, more so tailored to, do I regret placing him now that I'm married? And the answer is absolutely not, because I know without a doubt I would not have met my husband if it wasn't for, things that happened along my journey of adoption. And he is where he's meant to be. That's it. And I celebrate his beautiful family and his life every single day. And so there's no way I could say that at all, because it's beautiful that, he has the life that he does, and so do I, because of adoption.
I think some people, I think if you're even entertaining adoption, or if you're curious about it, some part of you believes in it. Some part of you believes that there's good and value in adoption. And, people ask me, it's like, no, I don't regret it. Are there days where I'm like, oh, I wish we were running around my house and in the backyard? I wish I heard those little feet and that little squealy voice. But it doesn't change that he's exactly where he wants to be. And I could never regret it. It was the most amazing decision of my entire life. And my life would not be what it was.
Yeah.
And his life would not be anywhere near what he has now.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are days where it sucks. It sucks a lot. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go home. Nope, I don't want to play anymore. But it doesn't take away from the fact that he's exactly where he wants to be. Just like with relationships, there are some days where it's like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. So, but that doesn't change. It doesn't change how I feel about you. Days are just days. It doesn't detract from the decision I made and the feelings that I have.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times when I'm having really down or sad moments, people take that as, oh, she must regret her decision. Mm-hmm. And I always tell people, even in my darkest moment, in the most painful moment, I have never once had a regret for signing those papers. Not once. Yeah. Just because I'm sad, just because you may find me collapsed on the floor sobbing my eyes out, does not mean I regret my decision. Like you said earlier, the perfect description is the happiest sad. Yeah, it's sad and it hurts, but it's also one of the happiest and most joyous things that I've ever done. Are there certain things throughout my journey that I regret and I wish I could change? Yeah. But do I regret the actual placement of her with that family? Never. Not a single day.
The funny thing is, it's not a decision that you make half-hearted, And I think that same idea with isn't the birth mom going to come back and steal the baby? Yeah, I didn't place him for adoption on a whim. I had searched my soul first, it was the most deliberate thing I've ever done in my life,
I signed away ownership.
Yeah, you can't sign those papers if you're not 100% in it, I never let my brain go there as far as the what if. Mm-hmm. I never used to. And then I found Justin last April, and I couldn't restrain my brain from going there because he hasn't had the life that I had expected and that I'd hoped and that I had envisioned. And I can't keep my brain from going to compare, which you can't do. You can never know what the path not taken would have brought. There's no way to calculate that. Yeah. And there's no point in looking at it. And the thing is, I can't with the same confidence as I once could say, I gave him better. I can't prove to myself without any doubt at all, though it's still likely, that the life he has is better than what I could have given him based on the snapshot of this moment. What I can still say and will always be able to say, and it's not a matter of pride and being able to, validate this decision that I made, but I know that what I gave him was right for him. Exactly. At the worst point of his life, whatever that may be, I will know that it's right, and ultimately it will be better. Mm-hmm. And so even when it sucks the most, even when things don't go how I thought they would, I know that it's right. And it's not a choice I made so I could have an easy time, and so that I could be happy all the time, and so that I would never experience pain or difficulty. And so, I've never regretted it, and I never ever will. There's a few things I would change here and there,
Yeah. There's always room for that.
I couldn't keep him from his family. I can't envision a scenario where I kept him from going home.
Yeah, and I like what you said where a lot of people may just think that we're just validating our feelings. You know, she says she doesn't regret it so she can validate her choice. I don't think that's it at all. I think we truly made this decision with a lot of thought that went into it. We're not just validating our feelings of,
I was right.
not regretting it.
I think if you regretted it, it would destroy you.
Oh,
There could be no hiding that.
You've either got to be 100% in or not in at all.
Right.
Yeah.